welcome you all to today's program. Today, we'll be discussing how you can write your final year project. I'll be discussing the two sections of the project. First, the preliminary pages, and second, the chapter 1. If you are with me, kindly take a book and something to write with, and let's begin. On the screen with me, you can see one of the projects I have on my system, which is fabrication of a foot-operated waste bin by the name, submitted to impartial fulfillment, and the date. This page is known as the title page. So let's write that down. Number 1, title page. Closely after the title page, we see the certification. And what's in the certification? This is to certify that this project was written by the name and matric number, that's all. Then you see the supervisor sign, HOD sign. If you move on with me to the next page, you see the next page, which is the dedication. This project is dedicated to God. This project is dedicated to my uncle. This project is dedicated to a cause. If you move on with me to the next, you'll be seeing the acknowledgement page. This is the place where you can acknowledge, you can give thanks to people that contributed to you during your project. It's a good thing to acknowledge your lecturers. It's a good thing to acknowledge your supervisors. It's a good thing to acknowledge your colleagues directly in one way or the other. Also appreciate your parents. Next is the table of contents. For the table of contents, this is like a map that shows which topic is on which page. Then, after the table of contents, we shall have our chapter 1. In our chapter 1, we shall have first an introduction, and after the introduction, we shall have aim and objective. Introduction, aim, and objectives. Then we shall have the scope of the project. This is where we'll be ending our class today. Now let's go into the specifics. How do we write such a project? I'll be starting a new document. I'm on Microsoft Word. If you don't have Microsoft Word, you can as well use WPS. Task number 1 is to create the title page. The title page has a specific format for our school. It starts with the title of the project. So the title of my project is construction of a secured fence for welding workshop. Next after the name is the authors. By your name, Adebisi. After your surname, you want to put a comma, him. Then you want to press tab, then put your matric number, 22 men /0000. Next after that, if you are more than one, you want to put the next name, Lajiwola, comma, the surname, then the matric number, 22 men /0000. If you have up to 4 authors, you put them. Next after the author is the department. Submitted to our department of mechanical engineering technology, faculty of engineering, State Polytechnic, Ure. After this is impartial fulfillment of award of national diploma, ND. Sorry about that. ND. Impartial of the award of national diploma, ND. Then after that, you want to put the year. Right now, we are in July, comma 2024. With this, the title page is done. Next, you want to go to the next page, which is the certification page. Go to the certification page. You can either put enter, enter, enter until you jump to the next page, but this can easily destroy the format of your document. Instead, you press Ctrl plus Shift and enter. This takes you to a new page. If you are not good with shortcut and you still want to do that, you can go to Insert, and under Insert, you go to Page Break. Page Break. This one will jump you to the next page. On the next page is the certification, so you want to start certification, capital letters. Enter to the next page. Let me put it up. Then the certification reads very simple. This is to certify that you now put your names. I'm a little bit lazy, so I want to just copy these names. This is to certify that this, comma, put the next name, comma, undergone this project work. This is to certify that so person with matric number this undergone this project work. I think it's longer than that, but you get the idea. Then after that is the sign. That is what I call certification. So you want to write your project supervisor. Since it's a group project and the supervisors are quite a number of them, we'll be leaving the name blank. Then the date, sign and date. Sign. The head of department. Head of department. Also same. Sign date. In this case, since you know the name of your head of department, you want to put the name of your head of the department there. In this case, it's engineer only. Next, you want to put the dash where they will sign. So let's add the dash. You can do that by going to shape and putting a line this way. You can as well do that by using minus on your keyboard. Anyone that is more convenient for you. I like to use this line, so let me just copy and paste this line. I'm copying and pasting the line. Now, one thing you will notice is I'm not so particular if it's looking the way all the normal project reports are written. Because first, what I want to do is to get the keywords down. After getting it down, then I'll do the formatting. Next, I want to go to the next page, which is education. I press Ctrl plus Shift, Enter. When you go to Insert, Page Break. And if you can't, just press Enter until you get to the next. I want to put my dedication. Dedication written in capital, and I want to write my dedication. This project work is dedicated to God Almighty. Is it a must to dedicate to God? No. If you can dedicate to a person, you can dedicate to a group of people, you can dedicate to a cause. Generally, most people in this part of the country, since we are believers of God, generally love to dedicate to God. Next is the acknowledgement. So I want to go to the next page. Then I type acknowledgement. Acknowledgement is a way of giving thanks. So you want to give thanks. I want to use this opportunity to thank my parents for their support. Next, you can add more. I want to type my supervisor, thank this and that. Next after that is the table of contents. You want to go to the next page and write table of content. There are two ways of making this table of contents. One, you can go the manual way by adding the table of contents yourself. And second, you can go the automatic way, which I'll show you later on. After the table of contents is your chapter 1. So I want to leave the table of contents and just go to chapter 1. Chapter 1. What is in our chapter 1? Introduction. Now, for your chapter 1, for an undergraduate project like this, it's not expected to pass 3 pages maximum. Ideally, it should be 2 pages, but not more than 3 pages. What is now in your chapter 1, introduction? You want to look at the topic you've been given and talk about a bigger topic. For example, you want to construct a brake apparatus. A bigger topic to a brake apparatus is the car braking system. A bigger topic to that is the automobile system. For the project I showed you earlier on, the foot operated waste bin, the bigger topic to that is the waste disposal and management. So we want to talk about that a little bit. After talking about that, since the topic I've chosen for my project work, it's construction of a secured fence. Construction of a secured fence for welding workshop. A bigger topic to what I'm writing on is security and the use of metals, the different types of security that people put in place. I want to first start by talking about security. Security of lives and property cannot be underestimated. Then you keep on. Is it compulsory you keyword every key in? No. To write your introduction, you can go through many ways. First, you want to search online and see who have done something similar to what I've done. So you read from the introduction and you copy some to yours. Also, you can as well search your textbook and see something related to what you've done and put to it. Since you'll be working with a supervisor, it is better if you make a 2 pages introduction. So that when the unnecessary parts are removed for you, you're still left with at least 1 page, which is what you need. Ideally, you want to have 3 to 4 Ideally, you want to have nothing less than 4 paragraphs of introduction. Next, you want to go to 1.1, aim and objectives of the study. The aim of your study is to fulfill your topic. As my topic is construction of a secured area, my aim will now read the aim of this project is to construct a secured area. That's all. What are now the objectives? Objectives are the little steps you have to go through before you get it done. So objectives. One mistake I see a lot of people make is when they write objectives, they just list it 1, 2, 3. No. Before you have a list, it's important to have an introduction to the list. For example, the objectives of this report are. Now, what are the objectives? Objectives are the smaller goals you come across before you can fill the A. So before I can construct a secured area, first I may need to design with AutoCAD a, a secured perimeter fence. What else will you achieve before you do that? Well, maybe you go and procure the material. So procure materials. What else will you do? After making it, you need to test and commission it. Test and commission the project. Wonderful. Ideally for this project, since you're an undergraduate and you're writing your project by yourself, you want to write five to six objectives, so that when you sit with your supervisor and you remove some, you'll be left with the better ones. Objectives, ideally, you want them to be in bulleted form or to be in numbered form. Now let's talk about formatting your document. Starting from the bottom. For this, first, you want to highlight this and choose a good number for it. Ideally, you want to use I. It's better than using 1, 2, 3, since this has captured 1, 2, 3. Let me go back home to the top and start editing from the top. One of the upper rules that we take seriously is the font the report is written. What font is the report written? Reports are best written using Times New Roman as size 12. Yes, in some other schools, Times New Roman is not used, Gabriela or something else, or some sans serif is used. But for our school, we prefer the Times New Roman. How do you do that? You do Control A to highlight all, and come to Font and choose Times New Roman. Also, you want to change your font size to 12 and your spacing to 2.0. Now everything is looking much better. Next, your page 1, your title page, you want to make it to be centrally aligned. So you highlight your page 1 and you put it centrally aligned. You want to put your page 1 in bold. Control E, bold. You see it's looking much better now. And this, the date you want to put to the right. You can do so by pressing tap until it gets there. Then the certification, you want it to be bold, since it's a topic, and you want it in the middle, this way. Every paragraph, you want to start it with an indentation. Tap, come to the next, the dedication, you bold, and you put it in the middle. Every paragraph, you start with a tap. Come here, acknowledgement, bold, in the middle. Every paragraph, you start with a tap. Table of contents, bold, in the middle. Then this will not populated. Chapter 1, an introduction, bold and in the middle. Aims and objectives is a topic, bold. The objectives, 1.2. Objectives, want to make it bold, not in the middle this time around. Now you see you've completed your first draft of your report, focusing more on the preliminary pages and your chapter 1. This is your assignment for this week. Yourself and your other colleagues in your group, you will sit together and write out the preliminary pages and your chapter 1. And by the next class on Sunday, we shall go through what you've written and correct you. So once correction is made, you can proceed to the next chapter. I do hope